Corn. I would let my person watch corn. I don't see an issue with it, and I said that on TikTok and it pissed the people off. I understand what the corn industry supports. That's why I choose to give my coin to people on a platform where they are in full control of their own money, their own business. I think you can personally learn a lot from it, but also have the understanding that this is fantasy. It's not reality. This is not what everyone's looks like every day. I think we forget that two things can exist in the same world at the same time, and that's okay. I'm telling you, when I grab my little zzz in my bedside drawer, I'm popping a spicy cube and I'm watching, okay? And half the time, I'm laughing at it, to be honest.
Choose. You don't need a brain dance wreath anymore. Just a phone, a subscription, and a craving. Flesh has gone digital. Fantasies hit faster than a Sandivistan boost, and the corporos are stacking eddies quicker than a Joy Toy and Kabuki on peak hour surge. They call it empowerment when tech outruns the laws, and when code shaping your desires isn't written by artists, but by algorithms. You'll start to wonder who's really steering the wheel. Digital intimacy has always been a crash test playground of innovation. Systems get pushed to a breaking point. Loopholes are exploited with netrunner precision. The revenue streams are enough for any fixer to live out the city of dreams. These spicy creators slip past moderation with optical camo using keywords, subtle phrasing, and innuendos that are so slick that even NetWatch finds itself buffering when trying to decode it. Here's the Cyberpunk Truth. They're not selling you the act. They're selling you the fantasy you almost believe that was yours.
Join me for another day in our city of dreams!
Welcome to CES 2026, and I discovered this brand, Lovesense, that closes the long distance. They have a motion detector, AI-powered, you know what, I don't think I need further explanations. Pleasure machine guns. It's not for your back, but I guess you can use it for your back if you want. And the coolest one, his and her device that connects with each other using motion sensors. So by touching one device, it creates the same motion from device 1 to device 2. You can now customize your toys via your phone app now. Okay, pretty cool.
Your wish is my command.
Innovation through desire. Here's the Cyberpunk Truth. Desire has quietly shaped the tech we use every day. Video formats, online payments, live stream platforms, interactive design. So much of what feels normal online was stress tested in digital intimacy spaces long before it hit mainstream. Today, that same innovation pipeline is running through VR and tactile tech, haptic devices, motion synced tools, immersive reactive environments, hardware that responds in real time to the creators you follow. It's the closest thing to brain dance without needing a neural dock. This isn't future tech. This is retail. Plug and play Chrome. Anyone can order off a website and set up in minutes. According to Market Report Analytics, the global sex toy market was valued at $28 billion in 2022, projected to hit $35 billion by 2028, driven heavily by connected tech and haptic feedback devices. That's just the beginning. The broader sex tech market, from interactive hardware to connected wellness platforms, is expected to swell towards $109 billion by 2030, showing just how fast these so-called fringe innovations are becoming mainstream. Future Market Insights reports that VR intimacy content is expected to lead the VR category, representing 38.6% of VR revenue within the sex tech and wellness sector. According to 99 Firms, nearly 1 in 5 American adults, about 19%, have used or are currently using VR hardware, with head-mounted displays becoming the baseline tech powering these immersive experiences. We're way past simple screens. It's haptics, full-body feedback rigs, synced motion data, devices that follow a creator's rhythm, like a personal brain-dance light show. You're not just watching anymore, you're interfacing, feeling, consuming, and responding.
Believe it or not, but the adult industry is a billion-dollar industry. And they have a lot of people working behind the scenes to ensure that they are pumping out content that people will click on. For example, let's take a look at Cornhub, because each year they put out data on their statistics and biggest trends of that year. So here's 2023's most searched terms on PH in the US. Well, they'll take this data, like lesbian is the most searched term for in 2023, and it'll help determine, what kind of content then they will continue to make and push. Now let's compare the US to the most searched terms in the entire world, and we can see that like lesbian, MILF, and hentai are like the top 3 of both. Porn is way more in depth than most people realize, and the truth is that the industry is pretty incredible. They have some truly brilliant people working there to ensure that the industry is not only safe, but also always able to cater to your exact wants.
Autonomy, or algorithm. Freedom and control? That's just corporate sales pitch. The reality, the feed writes your fantasy. Algorithms don't just suggest, they shape what you want. Add AI and learns the ugliest patterns from us, then sells them back at scale. Your boss is the algorithm. With AI integration, it almost has home field advantage, and it turns the player into another consumer rather than a creator. Every click, pause, tip, and scroll doesn't just consume content, it trains the system that decides what you'll be allowed to want next. You think you're choosing the model. Half the time she's synthetic, smile stolen, body built by a prompt, consent buried in a checkbox. Corporal code puppeteers your desire. The creator economy myth says you're the boss. In reality, you're dancing to their platform, their algorithm, and their business vision. According to Later, 77% of brands report AI-assisted influencer campaigns outperform traditional ones. The algorithm is now the medium and the message. And it's not just brands. Take Aitana Lopez, fully synthetic, generated by an agency, earning $10,000 a month without ever stepping in front of a camera. Consent is fraying. Studies show synthetic datasets and digital twins are used without meaningful informed consent. The checkbox has become the shield. So ask yourself, when your desires are curated and packaged, who's really living your brand? You or the algorithm writing your script? Exploitation as a feature, not a bug. Here's the ugly truth, Chum. Exploitation isn't a glitch. It's built into the system. FOSTA SESTA, meant to protect, ended up deplatforming workers and forcing them into more dangerous spaces online. CUNY, 2024, reports showed that these moves increased harassment and financial instability for sex workers, all in the name of safety. Now add deepfakes to the mix. The lawmaking suits have to scramble. The Take It Down Act, state bans in Texas and Tennessee, aim to remove non-consensual intimate content fast. However, deadlines and fines can't keep up. Platforms still host stolen faces, synthetic flesh, and AI-generated fantasies while enforcement lags behind. Meanwhile, the sites profiting from this chaos are still running and cashing eddies. Like Night City, corporos innovate faster than laws can crawl. As for people on the streets, they pay the price. You might think this is broken, but the system wasn't broken. It was designed this way. Exploitation isn't a bug, it's a feature.
She speaks, reacts, remembers, and connects, both emotionally and physically. She's coming.
Simulation. greater than connection. Real intimacy, messy, requires patience, trust, and a two-way vulnerability channel. Simulation, clean, a click away from exactly what you want. AI video tools, Sora, deepfake apps, nudify sites, they don't just blur the line between real and fake, they make fake easier than real. Corporos figured out one truth about human wiring. People don't always crave connection, they crave control. In Cyberpunk 2077, brain dances were the escape. Out here, it's your browser tab. Harvard neuroscience research shows the brain treats isolation and loneliness much like hunger or thirst. Connection is fundamental. Meanwhile, Sora empowers users to generate realistic AI videos and avatars, lowering the barrier between creation and consumption. But here's the warning. Without the knowledge, skill, and ethical grounding to wield these tools, the people on the street, the real creators and workers, end up paying the price for mistakes, oversights, and misuse. Axios reports that AI video apps are fueling a scammer's goldmine, frictionless simulation powering not just fantasy, but manipulation too. So when you swipe, scroll, click, and tip, are you seeking someone real or just a pixel perfect proxy? In the end, connection becomes another product and control becomes the payoff. If the people shaping the tech don't know better, the troops in the streets are the ones left to suffer.
You know what befuddles me? I'll tell you. I don't think people are gonna like what I have to say too much, but we're here now. I always wonder this. Why is it that people have all these escapism outlets, right? We go to the movies, say we're gonna go watch it. Jurassic Park comes out, right? We're going to the theaters, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna stream it. We're gonna escape our lives for just a little bit by watching that movie. We found this amazing show on Netflix that we just cannot get enough of, and we want to binge the ever-living shit out of it just to relax, unplug our brains, escape reality. We found this amazing new video game. We can't get enough of it. We cannot wait to get home and unplug and relax and take some time to just friggin' chill and play this game because it's a nice escape from reality and it's a nice way to cut loose and relax. I happen to be obsessed with reading, so like I can get lost very easily in a good fiction book. Like that's what I'm gonna do for fun on a Friday night. Catch me in my bed reading a book couple hours at a time. You can get lost in a really good movie like Jurassic Park. We know that's not real. We know that's not real life, right? But we can still enjoy it. We still have the discernment where it's like, yeah, it's cool. I want to watch it, right? I can get lost in a crazy fiction novel about other worlds and elves and fairies and all the things. And I know that's not real life, right? But it's okay because I'm an adult and I can enjoy all these things and know that it's not like real life. So why is it that certain content is meant for the grown-up eye only is not looked at the same? Rather, by some people, it's looked at as, well, what is this teaching people who watch it? What is this showing people who watch it? What kind of example are we setting? This is bad and very, very bad, very, very wrong. Okay. To reiterate, we're not watching Jurassic Park and thinking that's real life, right? Like there's not one shred of me that's gonna think that. I'm not watching a Netflix special on aliens and well, maybe that I'll think is real life, but if it's a fiction one, you know, take it with a grain of salt. I know that these are actors, right? I'm not gonna sit here and read my book for hours and hours on end about fairies and elves and trolls and a war between all of them and not be like, oh my God, like it's gonna happen outside. I better prepare, like what is happening? So I'm just sitting here wondering why another form of entertainment for a very certain pool of humans, aka adults, does not have the wherewithal to understand that that falls into the same category. Just a way to escape reality. It's just a way to enjoy life. Just another way to unplug, get lost in a fantasy world, and come right back. Seems to me like the issue at hand is the adults that can't differentiate what's real life and what's not.
From digital platforms to Night City, the digital flesh economy was never really about intimacy, Choom. It was always about power. Who shapes the fantasy? Who owns the code? Who profits from what you crave when the lights are low and the screen is bright? That's the real game. Not the content, the control. Not the connection, the architecture behind it. Fantasy isn't just escapism anymore. It's infrastructure. Someone will always control the infrastructure. Awareness doesn't unplug you from the system, but it changes how you move inside it. It'll change who you empower, what you tolerate, and which illusions you stop mistaking for freedom. So here's the final question as we jack into this next era of digital desire. Who's really writing the script? You, me, or the corporos quietly steering with every click, every impulse, and every spark of desire? If you enjoyed this video, then click like, subscribe for more, and click on that bell so you'll always know the deets on these videos. Until next time, same handsome fixer, same nerdy Choom personality.
Yeah, this is super key. The first Bitcoin mining water heater. So you're making passive income while you're cooking water.
All right, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, you want to feel?
Yeah, sure.
How hot this is? It's making money right now.
Right now.
Right now.
That's impressive.
It pays for itself in average 2 years.
All right.
Average water itself.
Cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.